Okay, so we have a Tuesday, February 6th puzzle here by Victor Baracus. And if anyone's wondering if I wear the same outfit every day, no. I have a series of uniforms that I just like to wear. I don't have a uniform per se, but I kind of make it a uniform. In the wintertime, I like black and white turtlenecks, and I love a cardigan sweater. So there. I've got like 30 hanging in the closet right now. I'm not kidding. Okay, so let's start off here. We've got a Dornfelder and a Spätburgunder, and this is from the J. Hettinger family. It's a Qualitätswein from the Pfalz region, which is in southwest Germany, just south of the Mosel Valley. Some sulfur on it. No signs of sediment or gas. It's a deep red. But when you get past the sulfur and maybe some hay, it's really just fabulous tree fruit. Again, going back to reds, though, there's a hint of pear in this. German wines. I'm convinced they may be the best in the world. Okay, so let's jump into this grid before we get to Lulu here. How do you feel about this? How about this grid, Jay? Are you ready to go, sweetie?
Ready to go, baby.
Ready to go. Okay, well, we have it pulled up. Let's go ahead and start solving. Or as I like to say, let's get into this grid. Jump into this grid. Okay, book after 2 Chronicles. Okay, so remember how I always say you should memorize like the books of the Bible along with the Roman gods, the Greek gods, the Norse gods, the Indian gods, a lot of Indian gods. You should really memorize the books of the Old Testament and the New. They'll see a lot from the Quran, but then again, it's just numbered, right? So yeah, I would suggest that. So let's see, 2 Chronicles. We have an Old Testament book. And we have a 4-letter clue. So that means we've got Ruth, or let's see, in order, we got Ruth, Ezra, Joel, and Amos. Those are our 4 letters. Ruth comes before Samuel and Kings. And then Chronicles. So this must be Ezra, because I don't think we see Joel or Amos until we get to the Ketuvim of the Tanakh. And now we're down here in the Nevi'im. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Ezra. Let's see. We'll certainly learn otherwise if we can't get any downs from it. Stone on a set. That's probably Emma. Who knows? Heat almost to the point of boiling. That is going to almost always be scald, as in scalded milk, which I did once to make a béarnaise sauce that was fabulous, but it's actually better when you use unsweetened cashew milk. Just saying. Bad person to trust. Well, that's probably a liar, but let's go ahead and check our downs here. So we have a woman's name that's also the first 4 letters of a Central American country name. Well, we got an E, so for the first 4 letters, let's say we got El Salvador. So Elsa, maybe that gives us our liar, perhaps. So going off of the liar, I have a Z-I, closes as a fly. Okay, this looks like Zips. Kellogg's cereal with a purple box. Go Horned Frogs, that is Raisin Bran. That and Life cereal were the only 2 I liked as a child. Didn't really care for either, but those were the 2 I would want to eat. Followed a curved path. We're going to go with arced on this one. We have what's appearing to be a very simple Tuesday thus far. Breaks off a relationship. No idea. Stone on a set. Well, maybe it's ends it. So if it's an ends it, this would be an Emma, maybe. So let's go with ends it. Breaks off a relationship, and let's see, lead into Maid or Man, one of my favorite movies. Is it Ben Stiller? I'm a merman, Daddy. A merman. So I think this is a merman and a mermaid. Viciously attack. No idea. Close at hand's probably going to be near. So we got viciously attack. That would be from the, to maul, from the French and German, maul. And let's see. Brink's truck feature. Got an AR and 3 blanks. So maybe armor. Yeah, this looks like a spice drum. Large container for cinnamon or coriander. Yeah, that's true. Though I guess it could be for marjoram or curry for that matter. Spice drum. Good qualities can be assets. Able is he and he is Elba. Oh, Idris. I really hope he's the next James Bond. I think he would be fabulous. Online financial company, probably E-Trade. We've been talking about them lately. Tiny matter, maybe an atom. So what do we got here, though? I think some panels and flares look like they could be solar. And here we've got earthworm hunters, starting with an M. I mean, moles, maybe moles. Well, I'm just going to put it in the right spot. That's not it. Okay, so standoffish. Well, we were just talking about this word the other night. Trying to describe a certain loved one as possibly aloof. Laundry unit is a load. Let's get some more of these low-hanging fruit. Let's just clear out the Northeast here. Gist of a Dear John letter. It's over. I found somebody else while you're fighting a war for me. Depend on blank. Actress Shire of Rocky is Talia. Incidentally, she was also in The Godfather. Sign up for as a contest. I imagine this is going to enter. So, 1980s TV role for Brosnan. Now, there was a Bronson Peen show that was in The Cousins. Something like, what was that movie with Balky and that show? It doesn't matter. So that must be Pierce Brosnan. In the 80s, I got an STE, so I'm going to go with Steel. I mean, Remington Steel on this one. Never saw a single episode, though. Game with Lollipop Woods and Gumdrop Mountains. Never played this at all. I don't believe I ever played Candyland. Maybe with my cousins when I was a child, but I don't think so. We got an alto saxophone here. Lender Security. Looks like it's going to be a lien, and then Have the Courage. We're going to dare. And I guess this is going to be Love Done. Gist of a Dear John letter. I don't like that either. Depend on, rely. And here we have Il Trovatore. That's Verdi. One of my favorites. Deal sweeteners. Place back on the market save. We're going to go with a relist. Pot starter is an anti. And deal sweeteners. Incentives will work here. Will it be correct? That's a good question. Stand in good stead. Automaker with a Cybertruck is Tesla. Designed with passageways. I think that would be aisled. And if so, then it looks like this is something to do with Play Matchmaker. Play Matchmaker. And then 62 across, which is like a hint. Change a map of southern England, or when parsed differently, what you need to do to the answers to these starred clues. Okay, well, I don't know. Not yet up, maybe in bed. Then number for John Tyler or Alexander Hamilton. Well, John Tyler was the 10th president of the United States, and Alexander Hamilton was an ambassador. He was born in British Virgin Islands or something like that. He wasn't a naturalized. $10 bill. Never mind. Okay. Got to overthinking that for a second. Dust ups, probably be Tiff's. Blank Holmes, streaming film about Sherlock's sister. I think her name was Enola. I think Jerry Lynn's got an aunt named Nola, but play matchmaker.
Lola, not Nola.
Oh, it's Lola guy? Yeah, I stand corrected. Forge, because I see kitchen corner or kitchen counters. I think these are egg timers. And then we got seasonal workers in red suits, probably Santas. And funnier if we said bad Santas. Mid-month date is the Ides of whatever, and we're approaching the Ides of February, but beware the Ides of March. You might find yourself asking the question, et tu, Brute? Adeste Fidelis. You don't have to have 12 years of Latin like I do to understand that means all the faithful. Oh, come all you faithful. See, it's even in the title in the English part. So let's see. Retail giant whose first store opened in Älmhult, Sweden. And I'm thinking that's going to be IKEA for 4 letters, as I haven't got a clue if that's where it was open, but we'll see. A B complex is going to be a hive. I'm almost certain because it's working out that way on our crosses. So tinkling racket on a windy day. Sounds like chimes to me. But I don't know what 40 down is going to be past tense or a present perfect tense. So I'm going to go with just chime now. And what do we got here? Positive Instagram responses, probably likes, since it's blank IKES. Unconcealed is overt, as opposed to covert. And pick on in a way is tease, but that makes clot for 54 down, and that's to form lumps. It works. Gave a shot. Say, funny. Forged alliances. Cookie and Dairy Queen blizzards and Oreos. So, that's interesting. We were just talking about this word at dinner, just not even 15, 20 minutes ago. Doses. Or in German, like a portion, ein Dose. Same spelling, Dose. So, gave a shot, dosed is going to be past tense. So now what we got here? Chimed in. Tinkling racket on a windy day. It's the wrong tense. But simple nursery rhyme character sounds like Simon. Underlass, my name is Simon, and I love to do drawings. No, that's a nope. I bet that's a nope. And it looks like chimed in. So I don't know what they're doing with how they're conjugating the verbs here, but whatever. Change a map of southern England. I don't know yet. Group that Qatar left in 2019, and that would have been the Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries. On deck, I guess, I don't know. Cause trouble for probably Vex. So, okay, on deck is going to be next. Rapper Wyclef Jean. Or Jean, if you're from Tuscaloosa. Analogy words. So it's either going to be as of or as in. Non-text component of a text. Okay, so it's not going to be, it's going to be is of, perhaps, because I think this is emoji. I don't know. That's what happens when you get too cocky and you think, oh, this is going to be it. So change the map of southern England. Well, we have been there dozens of times in lovely Dover. Actually, it is quite a decent little old town. We really like it. Very blue collar, but on the ocean. So stay at the Best Western on the bay. It's wonderful. Lacking clutter. Go upstairs to the first floor and get one of the big balcony rooms with it's just got everything. It's a great view. Lacking clutter. I'm going to go with neat. foe of Mr. Bond would be Dr. No. I think, okay, so the analogy were is to. Okay, well, see, so it wasn't even anywhere near close to what I had said it was going to be. To the point, probably direct, jog the memory of is to remind. And let's go here. What do we got here? Recovers some yards. Sods. And boneless steakhouse order, my personal favorite, the boeuf bouillon or a filet mignon. To the point, direct. And how do we do, Bob? A bit of a delayed reaction from the little jazz trio. But yeah, I'd say 1339 is not bad for walking through and trying to be cute at the same time. So, real quick, as I said, added bonus. I'm going to share with you here. So this right here is just the working notepad that I keep within my iOS, right? So it's not only on my desktop, but it's also on my phones, on the iPad, it's on everything. On the laptop, it's on every one of them. They're all signed in. And so certain phrases you want to know. So it's just like stuff that I want to make sure that I'm ready to go with, like in a text, so I don't have to worry about the diacritical marks or whatnot. I could just go in and paste it. So one of my favorite questions to ask, is always, kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? Was it a coup de grace or a cry of the heart? And so you can say, était-ce un coup de grace ou un cri de cœur? And easy to say if you speak French, but not necessarily to type out, because unless you're writing in French every day, it can be like, which way does the accent go on the E for this one? And then, of course, my other favorite phrase to respond to, if I'm trying to be clever, or certainly raconteurish, is through, though against my better wishes and through gritted teeth. So, mais contre ma meilleure volonté et en serrant le temps. So it's nice to just be able to copy and paste that. But otherwise, various words that I like to see, right? I like to remind myself of the 12 tribes of Israel. You'll see that I always remind myself, you think Roman numerals, how simple is that? Well, sometimes you kind of, maybe, if you're like me, you kind of screw up the D and the C and the M. You kind of forget which order they go in. The Hebrew alphabet. This is critical, especially for Friday, Saturday puzzles, right? Because they're always going to hit you with that. Usually it's going to be Aleph, right? You may get a resh on occasion, right? A shin. But, yeah, just know it. Know your Greek alphabet, right? From your alpha to your omega. Know your Roman emperors, right? So starting with the 1st century CE. And don't say AD, BC. It's don't. CE, BCE. Anyway, learn your emperors at least to the point where you're able to kind of ferret out who's in there and in between, like Leo the First versus Leo the Second, right? If you can at least get the Leo in there, then you got a fighting chance if you've got a 4-letter or a 5-letter clue or answer. Norse gods, get your Roman gods, your Greek gods, your Greek muses. My personal muse is Erato. The Hindu deities, look at this long list here, right? And then know all of your books of the Old Testament and the New Testament. The list of constellations is ridiculously long, but just go over it. After a while, you'll probably see it. Know your French pronouns, your Spanish pronouns, and also memorize your periodic table of the elements. Anybody who's had undergraduate biochemistry is already kind of well on their way for this. But if you haven't, then give that the look. And then you have the 5 accent marks in French, the cédille, right? The acute, so on and so forth, the grave, and so on. So this is just the stuff that I keep. And so when I'm sitting in an area where I don't have a signal and I can't pull up the crossword to just sit and work on while I'm waiting on the dentist or something, then I just go through these types of things. So this is what I would suggest everybody have. If you just want my copy of it, then just send me an email. Send me a note. I'll send it to you. You can have my copy. It's digits. It's information we should be sharing. All right. So in the meantime, have a wonderful day. So to everyone who is at daytime, bonjour, bonsoir for the evening. Adios, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, Ciao, shalom, masalam, and did I say aloha? If not, you're getting it again. Annyeong hiaseo. Cheers and take care, everyone. Be careful.